Good evening, everyone. The time is 6:31 and I call this meeting to order. Pledge of Allegiance. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey,
Here.
Mayor Mahoney, Trustee Westcott,
Here.
Trustee Bristow. Here. Trustee Cohen,
Here.
Trustee White, Trustee Tapie.
Here. Thank you. And now for approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the agenda is approved. For public comment this evening, we have Dave Ott. Please come to the podium, state your name and address and what you'd like to discuss with us this evening. Good to see you, sir.
Dave Ott, 803 Spruce Place. I had this problem before, in Lock Bowie. My wife and I were driving somewhere, I forget, and she needed to contact the town and she called. And she was unloaded on me because she went through a bunch of gyrations and didn't get a hold of anybody. And I would like it to have some way to get a hold of somebody you can talk to. I mean, I'm old school. I want to talk to somebody. I don't want to talk to a damn computer. I want to talk to a real living, breathing person. So you call in the town, if it's during business hours, you can get to somebody that can help you, not get moved around to this, push 1 for this number and 2 for this number and 15 for this number. That's all I want to bring up is she was just really upset, and so was I, that you can't get a hold of somebody when you need to. You have to wind up going to somebody's voicemail. So just make it a little bit easier to get a hold of somebody in the town during business hours. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that feedback tonight. And now to approve the consent agenda for the benefit of the people in the audience tonight. The 2 items on the consent agenda are the payment approval report in the amount of $290,627.92 and the October 3rd, 2023 minutes. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
With a motion and a second, may we have roll call, please?
Trustee Bristow. Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey,
Yes.
Trustee Westcott. Yes. Trustee Tapie,
Yes.
Trustee Cohen,
Yes.
Thank you. And moving on to action items. The first action item for the evening is Resolution 2023-44. I'm not going to read all of that. Chris Larman.
It is a bit of a mouthful. Basically what that resolution does is it authorizes town staff to submit a grant application to the Special Highway Committee of CDOT through CML. And basically just showing the town support for that application and moving forward with replacement of that bridge structure. And just so everyone is clear, when we talk about it here in the board meetings, I've always referred to it as the Road 4 Bridge. And in the resolution, you'll actually see reference to its official designation as it is on the off-system highway registry. It's the LB 004 number. So we are talking about the same bridge. Just wanted to clarify that. And also, I gave some examples of the 80-20 match procedure on that grant. The $1.5 million that I reference in the AIS is currently our best guess on what the construction cost of that bridge is going to be. We're still working with Martin & Martin to finalize an engineer's estimate of probable cost, it should be in that ballpark, but more information will come as we get it. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustees, any questions? I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve resolution 2023-44, authorizing the town of Lockwood to submit an application for a grant to the Colorado Department of Transportation Special Highway Committee and the Colorado Municipal League to assist with funding replacement of the offset bridge structure located on Weld County Road 4 over the BBC Canal.
A second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Trustee Westcott,
Yes.
trustee Bristow,
Yes.
trustee Tapey,
Yes.
trustee Con,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next on our agenda is Resolution 2023-45, appointing AJ Euchert as the town administrator and approving an employment agreement with Mr. Euchert.
Thank you, trustee Jeffrey. Let me preface this by saying the majority of the work done on this matter was done by Ms. Thomas, and really proud on this. So Mr. Euchert and the town staff, with the direction of the board as far as what parameters should be in an employment agreement, were able to reach agreement. And so in your packet tonight is the employment agreement for Mr. Euchert. I think I don't need to go through necessarily those parameters. I think that they're all in line with what the Board of Trustees gave us consensus direction to do. Mr. Euchert is here. So I'm here to answer any questions you might have. Ms. Thomas is here to answer any questions you might have about his employment contract, assuming that you go ahead and approve this resolution this evening. He's, I believe, standing ready to be sworn in, even though I do believe he will not be starting work until the 25th of October, but there is no more board meeting, so this is our last opportunity for that sort of ceremonial swearing in. And I guess the last thing I'd want to add before I turn it back over to you is to offer my personal thanks to Mr. Stamey for stepping in when we needed him again. It was just so nice to have that sort of seamless ability to get through this period of time. And so I certainly appreciate his good work in helping the town get through this as well. So that's it for me, unless anybody's got questions.
Thank you very much. Does anybody have questions about this resolution or about the employment agreement tonight? Seeing no questions, I would entertain a motion.
I move to approve resolution number 2023-45, a resolution of the Board of Trustees of the town of Lockwood, Colorado, appointing AJ Euchert as the town administrator and approving an employment agreement with Mr. Euchert. Second.
With a motion and a second, may we have roll call, please?
Trustee Tapey,
Yes.
trustee Westcott,
Yes.
trustee Cohen,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Jeffrey,
Yes.
trustee Bristow. Yes.
And now the motion is carried. Sorry. Now the fun part. Sorry, I'm excited. Just gonna carry the microphone with me. Come on up. Would you raise your right hand and repeat after me? But I gotta be able to see the paper too. Okay. I, AJ Euchert,
I, AJ Euchert,
do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
the Constitution of the State of Colorado,
and the laws of the State of Colorado and the town of Lockwood,
and the laws of the State of Colorado and the town of Lockwood,
and will faithfully perform the duties of the office of Town Administrator,
and will faithfully perform the duties of the office of the town administrator,
upon which I am about to enter to the best of my ability.
upon which I am about to enter to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Please. Yes, we should all take a photo. Staff reports. First up is Finance and Treasurer, Mr. Adamaker.
Good evening, Board of Trustees. Before you, you have my September finance report. Next month, I will have the quarterly report for you all once I receive the sales tax. I'm working on it already. I just have to wait for that one last piece. And then you'll have my detailed report in November. But in this package, you have September financials and you have the aging report for the month of September. And if you have any questions, I can answer those at this time.
Does anybody have any questions about this report? Thank you as always for your hard work. Chief McCoy.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Board of Trustees. I don't really have too much to add today, other than it's in my report, other than just that, you know, we are in the process, and we just hired one officer. He's been in FTO for a couple of weeks. He's doing okay. And so we're happy to have him, and I'm getting ready to do interviews here in a couple of weeks for the next one. So hopefully we'll get a good candidate out of those. Seems like it's an ongoing process. So other than that, everything's going pretty well for us, I think.
Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Ramey, Water and Wastewater.
Good evening. Not a lot's going on, you know, it's fall time, clean up, hopefully cut the weeds for the last time. That'd be nice. You can see at the wastewater plant on our table, the flows are up. Like we've been seeing them for the last 2 years. The only couple of things we had some power outages this last month. Thank goodness we had the new ATS installed that we waited 1.5 years for, because the generator started up fine. We actually even lost a generator for a little bit up at Silver Peaks because it had an ATS issue as well. And so that's scheduled, I think, for next week to get put in. As far as water usage is down, which is not good because we need the revenue. Hopefully the contractors buy as much water as they want to buy for their grading. That way we can catch up. Other than that, that's about it. Now if you got any questions about the operations for my report, everything's going along smoothly. As far as their CIP projects at the water plant, the RO pump, we're waiting for it, as well as the high service pump. The elevated tank is all the preliminary designs completed. We will pull well 6, 1st of November. Why we have to wait is because we were given a letter from the CDPHE. They wanted to determine whether the well was what is known as a Guidi well. And Guidi spells Guidi, which stands groundwater under the direct influence of surface water. So where you'd have to filter it, the RO would not be sufficient. So we got a few more tests. I could tell you, everything so far is Jim Dandy. It is, there, only because there's a canal over there did they make us do this test. Now, the canal only runs 4 months out of a year. And then that the wastewater plant, all of our good projects that for process are completed. So, have any questions? I did talk to Craig at Aqua, and is there agreement about finish, I guess? I don't know. For the design? Is it? Okay. But they made it sound like it was in your hand. So, okay, I will call them in the morning. Well, we got to get started. I mean, we've already received one compliance advisory because the flow for a month was over 2 million gallons, average daily flow. And if you get too many of those, then they will cause you to go into significant non-compliance. We don't want that.
Did anybody have questions? All right, Public Works, Mr. Larman.
Good evening again. Just a couple quick updates from my report. Now that we have all our fall festivals and cleanup days behind us, we're gonna start working on getting the skate park removed. And let's see, what else can we talk about? Weld County Road 2 Phase 2. I think everybody has seen the progress on Phase 1. Asphalt scheduled to be laid next week or begin being laid next week. So that project is tracking on schedule so far. Phase 2, we have those plans under review. We're working through some technical questions with the design firm on that, and hopefully we can approve those shortly and have Phase 2 happen right on the heels of Phase 1. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much for your report.
Thank you.
Mr. Kennedy, Community Development.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. You have a copy of my report as well. I did want to highlight a couple of things. First, just wanted to remind the board and everyone else in the room that we've created a survey to collect input for the comprehensive plan update. That is available on the website. And so I'd like to encourage everybody that hasn't already participated in that survey to go ahead and do so. We do believe that it'll be out for another 2 or 3 weeks or so, and then we'll be able to share the results. So that'll be exciting to get those back. Also wanted to let the board know that we've been meeting with developers about the possibility for new residential development in the area, generally north of the Blue Lake subdivision. We're still preliminary in the process, and so can't really zero in on a location yet. They're looking at a lot of different properties, but did want to give the board a heads up that the community is likely to continue growing in that direction to the north along County Road 37. And finally, I wanted to let the board know that the DR Horton team will be submitting a proposal to replat that 24-acre property just east of the elementary school. It's known as Block 20. You may have seen that in my report or heard us refer to it. That property, as you may know, is currently entitled for multifamily apartments, but because of some of the traffic concerns in the area, they want to explore the possibility of doing a single family in that area instead. And with that, happy to answer any questions that you have.
I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say thank you for the follow-up that you did on the Silver Peaks issue with the front yard, backyard vegetation. I really appreciate the investigative work you did and that you followed up with the HOA to handle that. So thank you. Great outcome.
Yes, ma'am. Happy to.
Thank you so much. Town Clerk, Mrs. Bowen.
Thank you. I don't have any additions to my report. Just a reminder, if anyone would like to go to the annual Weld County Dinner, it's on October 26th. This Friday is the last day to RSVP. So if if you're able to go, you can send me an email and RSVP whoever would like to attend.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay. Human Resources, Ms. Thomas.
Good evening, Board of Board of Trustees. Just the update, we've hired 2 new employees, which I'm very excited about. We have another one starting November 1st. Currently working on open enrollment and on our the first annual community report that will be sent out virtually to all employees. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
I'd just like to say thank you for just the enormous amount of work and the fabulous job you did helping us get Mr. Euchert on board. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I second that as well. Thank you so much. Mr. Stamey, Town Administrator Report. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you stepping in.
Yes, thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Mayor and trustee comments. Trustee Tate.
I'll just, I was looking at all the numbers, Jasmine, with the Facebook contacts and things like that. I mean, that's a congratulations, because that's a lot of people getting on and paying attention to what's going on with the town of Lochbuie. That's a big deal. Looks really good and appreciate that so much. And I wanted to say to you, Chris, as well, for the HOA. I got the newsletter today explaining the differences in all the information that you shared, and they updated the residents. So that was really good to see. So thank you for that too. And AJ, welcome. It's going to be fun having you around.
Thank you. Trustee Bristow.
I don't have anything tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Westcott.
Thank you, Steve. It was fun to see you again and work with you again. It's a pleasure to have you on board, AJ. I look forward to getting to know you a little bit better and building a good relationship. We're glad to have you.
Trustee Cohen.
I just have two updates. So for CML, the policy committee meetings have started again. I just went to one for October. There's not a lot of excitement yet, but as sort of the policy issues, as we get updates on sort of where those are, I'll get those to AJ to get them all out to you. And if you have questions, of course, let me know. And then the second thing is I've agreed to serve on the District Accountability Committee for RE3J in my capacity as a private citizen, but hopefully that will allow me to bring some information back to the board on what's happening there. So, Steve, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you very much. And I, again, just want to thank the fabulous staff that we have here in the town for your great reports, your hard work, clearly your collaborative effort in the office. I want to thank you again publicly, Steve, and wish you the best and hope you can like do some fun things and be retired now. You've well earned it. And AJ, really looking forward to getting to know you more and working with you. And with that, we might be setting a record if there's a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? And we are adjourned at 6:56.